everyone, I'm Abby and today I'm here to show you this book. Are school uniforms good for students? As you can see on okay over here, okay? Yeah, this is that book and I'm gonna open here to read for you, okay? Now let's go. This is written by Katie Kawa, okay? So, what should students wear? What kind of clothing do you wear to school? Some students can choose what they wear to school every day, and they can wear almost anything. Other students, however, don't have much of a choice, like me. They wear uniforms or a set kind of clothing worn by every student at their school. Some people think schools should make students wear uniform, while others think students should get to wear whatever they want. Knowing the reasons people have these points of view can help you decide how you feel about school uniform. Who wears a uniform? Students at all kinds of schools wear uniforms. However, uniforms are most commonly worn by students in private schools, including religious schools. In here, like every student or every school have uniforms. These uniforms can include skirts or jumpers, certain kinds of pants or shorts, and shirts that must be a certain style or color. Some schools also require students to only wear certain kinds of socks and shoes. Students aren't the only people who wear uniforms. Some jobs require people to wear uniforms. Police officers, nurses, firefighters, doctors, and airplane pilots are just some of the people who wear uniforms at work. Fighting the pressure to fit in. Sometimes students tease each other because of the clothing they wear. People who wear certain brands of styles of clothing might get teased because they look different. Students might face peer pressure from their friends and classmates to dress a certain way to make friends. People who support school uniforms believe this would happen less if students all had to dress the same. Uniforms can lower the chance that students will be bullied because of what they're wearing. This can be helpful for students who can't afford to wear the latest fashion trends. Do uniforms really help? Although uniforms can help stop children from bullying each other because of the clothes they wear, they don't stop bullying completely. Bullies can single out students for how they choose to wear their uniforms. For example, a girl might get teased for wearing a skirt instead of pants, even if both are part of her school's uniforms. Some people argue that uniforms can actually make young people the targets of bullies from other schools. Students who go to schools that don't require uniforms might bully students wearing uniforms because they are dressed differently. Following the rules. Discipline, or the practice of following the rules, is an important life skill. Rules are a part of everyday life, from the speed limits on the road to the rules in an office. Wearing a uniform at school gives students a rule to follow every day from the time they're young. This encourages discipline in schools. Some people believe this sense of discipline helps students take their schoolwork more seriously. Uniforms make students look more professional. People who support school uniforms believe looking professional encourages students to act that way too. Less diversity and creativity. Although it's good for students to learn some discipline, people who oppose school uniforms believe there's such a thing as too much of it. They think school uniforms keep students from expressing themselves through their clothing. They want students to feel free to be themselves, which can't happen when they're being told what to wear. Some people also believe that school uniforms stop students from dressing in a way that honors different cultures or ways of life from around the world. By forcing students to dress the same, uniforms make classrooms a less diverse and creative place. Saving money. Buying clothes for school can be expensive. At the start of the school year, many families go back to school shopping, which often means buying many new clothes and spend a lot of money. So throughout the year, students often buy more clothes for each new season. Wearing a uniform can lower the amount of money spent on clothing during a school year. People only need to buy a few pieces of clothing for a school uniform instead of many new outfits to keep up with what other students are wearing. This saves time and money. The cost of uniforms. Although school uniforms might save families more money over time, they still cost money to buy. For families who are having trouble affording any kind of clothing, this can be hard. If a school doesn't require a uniform, students can wear old clothing or clothing that can be bought for very little money, like secondhand. They can also buy small amounts of clothing throughout the year as needed. The basic parts of a uniform, however, must be bought all at once before a student can start school. This can be expensive. So, what's your point of view? People have many other reasons of supporting and opposing school uniforms. Students often find uniforms to be uncomfortable. However, uniforms can help cut down on the amount of time students spend picking out the clothes in the morning. So this gives them more time to sleep or eat a healthy breakfast. After seeing the arguments for and against school uniforms, how do you feel about them? Are they good for students? Remember to think all about the facts you've learned before forming your point of view. Are school uniforms good for students? Here, over here. Oh, here. So, if yes, we have some around here. Well, which are if this is correct, then students because students aren't bullied as much as like for their clothing and like feel less peer pressure to dress a certain way. We all dress the same, right? We cannot like separate like this is rich, this is cheap, or this is expensive, this is poor. Like we cannot separate them as all of us look the same. So uniforms encourage students to be disciplined. Yeah, that's true. Like we have to wear it every day. So it just turned it into a discipline for us. Like we have to wear uniform on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Like it's a discipline. So parents spend less money on uniforms they do on other clothing throughout the year. So we just have a few sets of clothing, just about 2 or 3. Like if we wear it every day, then we can wear and then wash and then wear and then wash, and that to save more money. Like not like we go to school for 6 days and then we wear uniforms, not uniforms really. Like we wear clothes. Like today is the red, today is the yellow, today is the pink, or we don't have to care about that. Just uniform. And students who wear uniforms take less time getting ready in the morning. Yeah, this is why we must wear uniform. Like I'm kind of go to yes, but no, uniforms don't stop bullying completely and might even lead to bullying between schools. So uniforms take away students' freedom of expressing themselves and make for less diverse classroom. Just one color, I mean. So uniforms can cost a lot of money all at once, and uniforms are sometimes uncomfortable to wear, and I just kind of partly of agreeing with it. And that's the end of today. Thank you for your listening. Bye.